Hey there, it's great to have you here. In this video, we're going to talk about the 3 key areas of focus if you are somewhere between 0 and 30K per month in your coaching or consulting business. If you're new to me, my name is Amy Smith and I'm the founder of the In Demand Coach program, where we help coaches and consultants to get more financial freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment in their businesses, particularly using LinkedIn. So when it comes to business, what I find is, particularly in the early days, if you are somewhere between 0, so you're yet to get your first paying client, or maybe you've got some traction and you have a few clients and you're at 5, 10, 20K per month, to get to that next level and break through, there's a lot of overwhelm that happens. And it's very, very easy to feel like you are doing all of the things and wearing all of the hats and are still struggling and spinning your wheels in your business. Maybe you've hit a bit of a plateau and you're yet to break through that next revenue goal that you have. So in this video, I want to break down the 3 key elements that are really important for you to focus on. So rather than feeling overwhelmed, rather than spinning your wheels in business, you actually get to simplify and just get that clarity and focus on these 3 things. Now, I remember when I first launched my own business, I launched a career coaching business first. Many years ago, it was the first coaching business that I launched. And I remember coming from a corporate background in HR and executive recruitment for a lot of years. I remember those first few weeks of starting my business and just feeling completely overwhelmed and not sure what to do. I actually had a lot of things that I carried with me from the corporate space, and I was sort of operating under those unwritten rules, if you like. And when it came to my business, I quickly realized that I had to operate in a very different way if I wanted to be successful. So there was even a day where I remember sitting at my desk and it was like 5:30 in the afternoon, and I thought, okay, it's home time now, like I can finish work. And then I kind of had this weird thought to myself, because I was like, well, I'm my own boss now. I could have finished at 3 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at whatever time I wanted. And it was just that I had to really unlearn some of the things and some of the habits that I'd been involved in from the corporate space when I went out to launch my own business. So having been through that level, having gone through what you're probably experiencing right now, if I reverse engineer my business and I look back to what took it beyond 30K per month, there was 3 things that I focused on in the very beginning. So number 1 was all around confidence. If you're not confident in your pricing strategy, in your offer, and if you're not confident around who you're there to really serve and really help, then it's impossible for your market to have confidence in you. One of the things that's really crucial in the beginning is building up trust and building up relationships with your new clients. And so if you want to build a really sustainable, profitable business for the long term, which I'm going to assume for most of us is a pretty high up there goal. And so what that means is being really, really confident. Now, when I say that, for a lot of us, it can feel like we're not confident in what we deliver. And what I find after working with hundreds of coaches and consultants, that's really not so much the case. You might have real confidence in your area of expertise. So for example, if you're a leadership coach and you're coaching leaders, or if you're an executive coach, you know how to have those coaching conversations with your clients. But where things start to sort of fall by the wayside sometimes is the sales and marketing side of things. So if you're not confident about putting yourself out there, if you're not confident about how to show up on social media, or how to get your next client, or where your next clients are coming from, then it's going to be very difficult to break through those early revenue goals. So the first key is confidence. Confidence in your offer, confidence in your pricing, how people can work with you, what it looks like for them, and who you're ultimately there to serve. That way, we can have confidence speaking about what we do in our market as well. So that's number 1. Number 2 is all about credibility. Now, you might have so many different qualifications. You might have years of experience and skills and knowledge and everything behind you that you've been building to get yourself to this point. And sometimes what I find is a lot of people will want to have all their ducks in a row, or want to have extra qualifications or extra letters behind their names before they feel ready to really put themselves out there. When in actual fact, you have to do this even when you don't feel ready. So when we think about credibility, we want to start thinking about how we're showing up to our ideal clients, making sure that when new people come across us, they see us as credible, they see us as trustworthy, just as if someone maybe in your network would see you if you've worked with them before or you've built up that relationship. What we want to do at this stage is make sure that it's really congruent between your offline credibility and your online credibility as well. That makes it a really seamless transition to build your client base with new people who have probably never worked with you before, haven't come through a referral, or haven't come through an introduction. That is what's going to take you to that next level of growth, is starting to work with new people that don't yet know you. So we want to make sure that we're showing up credible in the marketplace. One of the great ways to do that is actually through LinkedIn. So for many of you, if you're working with professionals, LinkedIn is a really great place where you can actually position yourself as an authority, start to really share your expertise and provide value to your audience to show that you're actually credible. You know what you're talking about. It's likely that you do. It's just likely that you haven't yet put enough of it out there to build trust in your marketplace. So credibility is your number 2 focus at this stage. Number 3 is all about clients. Now, it might seem really simple or really obvious when I say this, but you would be surprised how many people would come to me and say, look, I'm just not getting the clients that I want to work with. And when I ask them about, well, how many people have you spoken to this week? Or how many offers have you made? They're like, none. I'm like, okay, that might be something to work on. So at this stage, anything that you do, clients is the most important thing. We need clients to have a profitable business, a real business, not just an idea. It's really good if you're wanting to build a business and make an impact and work with people. And it's great if you love what you do, but it's even better if we actually get rewarded and we actually build a sustainable, profitable business in that area, which means that we can do it for longer, which means that we can actually do it at a bigger scale and make a bigger impact. And we can help more people around us. So we can build a team, we can reach more people around the world. Like, all of this comes from your first client and then your second client and your third client, and really building the business from there. So at this stage, I find a lot of people, and this was no different for me in the beginning as well, fall into the trap of what I call productive procrastination. And what that means is it's like we're finding all of these things that fill up our day, right? Because I know for me, when I was working in the corporate space, I used to have a full calendar and I used to have meetings after meetings after meetings, and that was just kind of normal. And that's how I got used to operating. And then when I actually transitioned into my own business and I had an empty calendar, for me, I was like, okay, well, I need to fill this up with things to do. And some of those things were great things to do and move the business forward. And there's other things that are kind of seemingly like they're going to help. And there's other things in there that you perceive will really help you, but don't actually move the needle in your business. So this is kind of like the busy work or the filler work that we can do. For example, diving in and trying to learn every single tech system that's out there, or building your website if you're not a website designer. All of these things take up a lot of time and aren't going to move you fast enough towards getting clients, which is your ultimate goal at this stage. So what I would encourage you and support you to do is not to put the cart before the horse. Okay, nothing is more important right now than working with clients, speaking to clients, having conversations which then lead to clients. Okay, so everything else can wait. Once you have clients, you have enough revenue where you can start building a team, you can start to move some of the things off your plate, remove the busy work, and just get to focus on the work that you actually love to do. So I hope this is really helpful. If you are somewhere between 0 to 10 to 5, 30K, 20K, then these are the things that you should be focusing on. All right, not the things out there that you might see other people doing. It's very easy to fall into the comparison trap these days and think, well, this person has a podcast and this person has a book and this person has all of these sorts of things. I should be doing that too. All of those things are great. Marketing strategies, all the different funnels that you could ever create in your life, all of them are great and all of them have a place in your business. You just might not be at the right stage yet. So you need to focus on what is right for you at the stage of business that you're at. And it all falls down into confidence, credibility, and clients. So if you found this useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more LinkedIn and business strategies, tips, and tricks. And you'll also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Amy L. Smith. And I look forward to seeing you next time.